I'm Brooke Fagel from Palm Springs Dog Training, and you're watching Brooke's Weekly Treat. This week, we're going to talk about the cue, go to your bed. Go to your bed is a cue that asks your dog to go to a desired area, such as a bed or mat, when needed. This is a great cue to use when you don't want your dog running towards the door, jumping on guests, begging for food at the table, or anytime you want your dog to go and sit in a desired place for a short period of time. In a distraction-free environment, you're going to place your bed in an area that you're comfortable that your dog can lay down or settle in. Today, we're going to break down go to your bed in 6 simple steps. Step 1, lure to bed. Standing on the opposite side of my dog's bed, I am going to lure her towards me, and the moment she puts all 4 paws onto the bed, I am going to click or say yes and reward her. Great? I like to reward my dogs by taking the treat and throwing it off the bed, which allows us to reset and keep practicing step 1 over and over. Step 2, lure and sit. Now that I've successfully lured all 4 paws of my dog onto the bed, I am going to lure her and encourage her to offer me a sit. Great? Once my dog is sitting on the bed, I'm going to once again take my treat and throw it off the bed, which puts her in a position to go and grab it, come back, and once again practice this very important step of step 2. Step 3, lure and down. Now that I've successfully encouraged my dog to offer me a sit on her dog bed, I'm going to take this a step further and encourage her to offer me a down. Great? The moment that she offers me a down, not only am I going to click or say yes and reward her, but I'm going to do what we like to call in dog training is offer her a doggy jackpot. A doggy jackpot is super fun, super reinforcing, which means I give her 2, 3, 4 little itty bitty teeny tiny treats to make sure she knows that this is what I've wanted her to do the entire time. Go to your dog bed and offer me a down. Step 4, move around. One of the things that I like to do anytime I'm practicing anything with my dog, especially this exercise, is to move into a different position than the one I originally started in. Reason is that dogs are super visual, and if I only ever practice standing here, she will only know to do this exercise when I ask her from this position. I can simply move around a little bit and maybe even take a couple steps to the left of her dog bed, and then Greg? Awesome. Step 5, adding the word. Up until this point, I've only used visual cues through a hand signal to teach my dog, go to your bed. I am now confident and ready to introduce the verbal cue. This is the point where I can help her through a hand signal, but remember, the overall end goal is to make sure that my dog knows the verbal cue last. The number one most important thing I can recommend for everybody at home watching this video is to make sure you only say your verbal cue once. That's why we here at Brooke's Weekly Treat save that for last. First, I'm going to use my hand signal and add the verbal cue. The reason is that I do not like to repeat words because just like you at home, I want to make sure that when I give my dog a cue, they understand what it means. Great, go to your bed. Awesome, good job, very good. And now at this point, I also can reinforce her for being on her bed, staying on her bed. You can lure them off of their bed and then go to your bed, keep practicing with them as well. I wanna make sure that I make this super reinforcing so that she finds her bed a super fun and happy place to be. Eventually, we wanna get to asking our dogs to go to their bed just on a verbal cue. Great, go to your bed. Awesome, good job. And at this point, you are welcome and encouraged to reinforce your dog for not only offering it down, but also staying in that position. Step 6, practice. And in order to continue to practice and make this a super fun exercise for your dog, you can again throw the treat off the bed and then once again give them the cue. Go to your bed. Awesome, great, good girl. Great. Go to your bed. Yes, good job. So one of the things I like to do with my dogs is I take their dinner, I put it in my treat bag, and while I'm practicing this specific lesson, go to your bed, I reward them each step of the way with their dinner. Very good. That concludes this week's episode of Brooke's Weekly Treat, teaching your awesome dogs at home to go to their bed, which can be used in a variety of situations. To learn more about Palm Springs Dog Training, you can visit palmspringsdogtraining.com, or for specific questions about today's lesson, feel free to email me at palmspringsdogtraining@gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any more episodes of Brooke's Weekly Treat. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. You have a great week and happy training. Bye. All done. All done.